next, and I think more interesting one, is around 15, 16, up to 18, 19 minutes, where if you put on enough pressure, Zerg cannot physically tech to Broodlords without losing. He cannot hold off a huge force with just minerals, i.e. with just Zerglings. He needs to spend some gas on the Ultras and the Infestors to do that. And I think ClouD over-predicted that that transition to Broodlords and started getting the starports too fast. Because that's really the third juncture, from 19 and 20 onward in the matchup, where the Zerg is going, okay, now I'm starting to build Broodlords, and the Zerg suddenly switches from a highly mobile Infestor Zergling Ultra army to a highly immobile Broodlord army where the Infestors have to just hang out right underneath them, because Broodlords just nakedly out into the middle of nowhere is not good.
And jumping on to game number 2, which will be on Daybreak for, in terms of how those dynamics work, how do they transition onto Daybreak? Is there some kind of ability for a Terran to predict a little easier because of certain architectural usages of Zergs? Or, I mean, how does that work out?
I would be thrilled to discuss this with you, Kilaris, after we introduce our 2 sexy studs, one spawning down in the bottom left, the Italian Terran player from Alternate Attacks. It is ClouD.
And spawning up in our top right-hand corner as our Red Zerg, 1 game up in this best-of-3 show match. He goes by the name of MTW's Dimaga.
And look at this, Dimaga actually going for an 8 pool. A very clever little meta play.
So he's just expecting that command center first, or at least I'm assuming. As for now, this could actually put on a lot of pressure. We've seen times where, you know, Terrans have just died outright to this, or at least found themselves at a horrendous disadvantage. But we've even sometimes seen Terrans actually defending very well against this, to the point where I think it was Marine King that created... He defended a 6 pool with the command center first, I believe.
Oh, yeah, like Marine King and Taja, also well known for this, where you build barracks on opposing corners of the screen. So it's very difficult for a Zerg to assault either, and then you just run SCVs to his base. Slow Zerglings can't exactly keep up with the SCVs, and then you just whip right back around. You can also, interestingly, you can also hit O on your command center and load up 5 SCVs into there. Oh, ClouD with the money move. Look at that, command center in the main base. Excellent move here.
Yeah, very good. I can understand why you're getting excited, Sean, because now he has the potential to actually wall this off, but still the Zerglings are going to be very, very annoying. They are on their way.
Oh, why is that depot down? Lift it up! Oh, God, Kilaris, he needs to lift the depot. Lift the depot, lift the depot. Oh, here's the SCV scout moving out. Thank God, he's lifting it up.
But there's still a problem here. If he focuses down the barracks right now, I don't think it finishes before the Zerglings bring it down. Because he can't repair it, of course. It's not being produced. So he has to now start other barracks behind this and bunkers or whatever. This is going to be a little bit difficult.
So there he is, doing the repair on the back end. This is going to be close.
Oh, no, he's not going to get it.
Need 15 more seconds. I don't think it's going to be able to get down. And indeed...
it's so close.
More seconds.
Oh my God!
Oh my God! 64 of 65. He kills it off. The SCVs are there to greet, but the Zerglings are going to deal significant damage. ClouD, what does ClouD do in this situation? He's going to have to build a barracks quite far back. No, don't rebuild it there. It'll just get taken down again. He's going to have to cancel immediately. And he doesn't cancel again. ClouD has already lost 300 minerals by missed cancels. There is that barracks in his main base, though. ClouD is few inches from stabilizing, but he needs to keep that command center alive.
I can't believe that was as close it was. That was just insanity. He's pulling off all the SCVs once again, trying to go for the defense here.
Oh, no!
He's going to force the cancellation, and he does. Oh, my God. Dimaga with a clutch 7 pull, grabbing himself a massive advantage here. Wow.
A brutal spot to be in for ClouD, but you can never discount the fact that the Zerg player has still not yet expanded himself. He's going to be quite far behind.
Yeah. As for now, we will have the SCV just heading out into position to complete this wall off. ClouD here is going to have to recuperate his losses, maybe throw down the command center just in a second here as well, as we have Dimaga just grabbing himself his expansion. So Dimaga actually grabbing gas a little earlier than I was expecting.
You know, it's a slight bit of an illusion. Oh, this is some free Zerglings. This is nice. This is a little bit of an illusion, these supply counts. I mean, especially if you go to the unit station and see 22 drones, 15 SCVs, you say, oh my god, Dimaga is million years ahead. He's certainly ahead, but that gap is going to slowly close because this expansion is so far delayed. I mean, just that fact alone means that the Zerg is going to be behind by 1 or 2 larvae injects, so that's suddenly about 12 larvae that he doesn't have. So ClouD can actually catch up. This is the perfect answer for straight for this command center.
Yeah, I'm loving that as well. That is really going to allow him, and especially on a map like Daybreak, where you can just end up getting your third, I would say relatively easily, as long as you're going level pegging into a mid-game with your opponent. And Dimaga right now, you're right, for all intents and purposes, he's 10 workers ahead, but once these 2 command centers finish up, that triple SCV production should be able to bring him back into the game quite nicely.
ClouD is doing the correct responses. Nothing at this point has been risky, but now a bunker really does have to go down after he builds these 2 barracks. I mean, we see Zerglings starting to pop out for Dimaga. ClouD should be able to spot these in time. No way for Zergling speed to be done anytime soon in ClouD's eyes, but even then, you still really need to be building that bunker.
Yeah, especially with a big wave of Zerglings on the way from Dimaga. So, I mean, he doesn't have a Baneling Nest down just yet. He is still mining gas. I'm assuming this is just going to be for a layer whilst he puts pressure on with these Zerglings. Either that, or he's assuming maybe his opponent might put some pressure on in turn with some eventual Hellions or something.
Here's an interesting little play. He's going for the double Evo chamber. So he's going to do this timing push and then transition right back on in to mass drone. And it looks like Dimaga is predicting ClouD's play perfectly.
Oh, wow. Actually, that's a really good point, because now he's getting double engineering bay. What's the best way to actually punish someone going triple command center, double engineering bay, and only having 5 Marines out at one time? There you go.
Oh,
GG.
GG.